Madison, I am so excited about your mini map. First, thank you very much for allowing me to be a part of your journey. This is your mini map overview. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to cover things in the list, but we're specifically going to be focused on your task list right here. So when this recording is completed, it's going to go here in the first list that says start here under strategy overview. This is an unlisted video on YouTube that you can access over and over again and take notes. You also have access to the member portal. I like having everything at your fingertips, so you can click here to access the member portal. One question that you had and the goal that you had, I guess, here for Systems by Design is to map out a clear plan of things I can do every day to bring my business to $5,000 months, which you're absolutely going to be doing here in the task list. It's going to address a lot of the obstacles. It will address a lot of eat that frog. Hey there, it's Rhonda Melody. If you like what you're seeing, make sure to hit the subscribe button below so you know when I publish a new video, probably any minute now. Let's see, any comments? You're just starting out and have quite a bit of things to implement, but just need a plan to get me there. And that's what we're going to do here again in the task list. So one of the things that I have done is I have included here suggested episodes that I think are beneficial to many of the Systems by Design members. Again, I like to put everything at your fingertips. So we've got video as an introvert, your relationships in business, how to sell without feeling salesy, diversifying your revenue streams, one of the ones, working with bloggers. So this is a really impactful one, and I would highly recommend that you listen to this one just based on the inputs and how you filled things out here with your mini map. Part of the mini map strategy is to also, as you're filling out the questionnaire, is to help you define clarity around what your offer is and what you're offering in your business, okay? One of the things that I highly recommend, I really try to put structure to your business in the community threads. So here, one big goal, I recommend that you post in there, and I've actually shared your one big goal for the next 90 days. I've broken it down for you. So sharing that, being present during the coaching calls, if you have any questions, definitely posting in those Friday win threads. This is your accountability. So the one big goal is the thing that we're going to implement for 30 days, and then the Friday win threads are the steps that we take in order to accomplish that goal. And then Transformational Thursdays, or the last Thursday of the month, it's an opportunity for you to take a look at where you are right now in your business and reflect back where you were at the beginning of the month. We don't take time to celebrate our wins, and we definitely do that here in the community. I put a thread in. Your inspirational daily affirmation is please list your favorite quote, creative solutions to complex problems, Troy Brewer. So great quote there. Now, just really quickly, I'm going to share with you here, you've written down your obstacles. You've written down eat that frog. So marketing yourself, we're going to get into that. Creating content for socials and my blog, when is set up. And then marketing myself. Yes, I'm listing this twice. So we're going to talk about a marketing plan. I've got a beautiful marketing plan for Pinterest strategists, which that's what I feel that you are, that is going to focus your time and energy, and you may change the way that you look at creating content for social media as well as for your blog. One of the biggest things that I think that you'll find with me is I really try to focus on the nuts and bolts, and the nuts and bolts are revenue generating activities. And so by creating processes to support ourselves and, I guess, market in a way that's comfortable for us, then we stop carrying around the baggage of all of those things that we think we should be doing, whether it's posting on Instagram, on Facebook. Where your people are is where you should show up. And even, you may come to the realization that, hey, I don't want to start a blog. I don't need to start a blog for people to know me because my processes are supporting me and it's accomplishing my goal of $5,000 a month, right? So here in the niche section, you said that you have defined your niche. Pinterest management for service-based businesses and bloggers. We're going to get into this just a little bit, but I'm also going to give you some resources and tools inside the Systems by Design dashboard to refer to. Your ideal client is a female service-based business bloggers that have gotten through the launch phase and are gaining traction in their business. but just aren't seeing growth in social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and know they need Pinterest, but just don't want to take the time and energy that it does take in order to diversify the platforms. Your current monthly revenue is 0, and your monthly revenue goal to make your first 1,000. So like how we break this down and then move to 5,000. You say that you have about 20 hours a week to work. You want to sign on 5 new clients. So by 5 new clients, based on the packages that I've put together, is about $2,500. And then create a marketing plan I can implement daily. Again, we're going to talk about that, and create an onboarding process. Definitely have you covered here, and then definitely have you covered with the discovery call sales script. I'm really excited about your mini map because we have so many tools and resources for you to implement and really create a solid foundation. So we have 3 different ways that we organize our business. One is revenue, and you notice it has a green label. Green means go. We have marketing, which is yellow, and the reason that I have yellow, marketing is vital to revenue. However, I want us to be cautious, and I want us to be intentional with our time. And then red means stop. Not that we don't do operational tasks, they are a part of our business. However, I don't want us to spend our time here. I know in some aspects that revenue generating activities can make us feel uncomfortable, but by implementing processes, it really puts more structure. It makes things tangible, and we take the emotion out of it. And so by starting here and really focusing our time here, we're going to be generating revenue in our business. All right, so let's pop over to the task list and go ahead and get started here. So based on what you shared with me and your inputs, you are a Pinterest manager, or you could also call yourself a Pinterest strategist. The things that we are going to focus on are the offer, the structure for your business, and then marketing for your business. And really focusing our goals here, we are going to be able to accomplish your Eat Those Frogs obstacles that you have listed. What I have down for you here, one big goal, August, September, October, so we have a little jump, is just solely to focus on package, and I'm going to go through things to talk about your package. In September, really, it's client management, discovery call management. This is more client experience. I'll talk about that. And then October is all about implementation, implementing what we have set up over the past 60 days. It's really the fruits of your labor kind of come into play when we come to October, okay? I'm going to get to package here in just a second and all the things that I've listed, but I do want to get down here and share with a couple of things that I'm going to recommend for you. So if you feel like you need tech support, one of the things that we have inside of Laptop Collective, it is a monthly subscription. You get the lowest rate, which is $27 a month, or you can go ahead and purchase a year. You could save 40% at $197. What is inside the Laptop Collective is processes and tech, and I have pretty extensive Pinterest tutorial, as well as we had Tailwind come in as a guest, and they did a session where they talked about Tailwind, and they talked about Tailwind and Pinterest. They also did a tutorial on how to use Tailwind, specifically tribes, all of the things really. There's also a masterclass in there with Monica Froese talking about promoted pins, which transitions me into Pin Practical. This is the course that I would recommend for promoted pins. Now, I'm not saying that you want to go there, but I would say 3 to 6 months into your Pinterest business, in order for you to upsell, I would highly recommend looking into her Promoted Pins course. I was one of the first ones in the beta program a couple years ago who took it. She stays up to date with all of the information, and I'm telling you, really, I'm looking for a promoted pin rock star. And it's one of those things that people need to diversify their revenue streams and their ad streams. And so not solely focused just on Facebook, but people are looking for rock stars when it comes to promoted pins. So I'd recommend, once your systems are in place, once you start booking clients and getting comfortable with your daily activity, kind of that next step, I would recommend becoming a promoted pin specialist as well. Okay. One of the things that you did talk about, I want you to feel comfortable, and I've got several things in here to support you when it comes to actually selling your services. And one of the things is this particular podcast episode, How to Sell Without Feeling Salesy, and also in the product system, there is a masterclass with Brooke Evans. She's the one who does the How to Sell Without Feeling Salesy, about the customer journey. So basically, you identify your customer, number one, your who, but then you identify that journey, number two. When you identify the journey and understand where your customer is, then by the time you get to the pitch, quote unquote, they're already giving you the credit card. You've already answered all of the questions. So it's a completely different way, I think, Systems by Design approaches discovery calls, and we do that in several ways. One of those is really overcoming the mindset of feeling salesy about offering your services. And we've got, again, How to Sell Without Feeling Salesy. We have the Customer Journey Masterclass. And I mean, even, and I should put a link in here, and I'll do that, Myron Golden and his business mindset. I'll add that link here for you as well, okay? But these are some just links that I want you to have at your fingertips to consider. Again, don't go here right now. Don't want you to go here right now. I just want you to be thinking about Pin Practical and promoted pins if this is something that you want to do. I mean, it's an additional $500 plus on the low end, getting started up to $1,000, $1,200 just for promoted pin services. And really kind of becoming a ninja and getting results for your customers, okay? And there's also Carrie in our community, Carrie with a K, in our community also does and is getting more into promoted pins, so she would be a great resource as well, and she's very giving in the community. So I want to look at the checklist for the next 90 days. The things that we're going to focus on, really these go hand in hand, your package and your workflow, client management, and then we'll go marketing and our calendar system, which is really time management, right? We're implementing the marketing system here, okay? So our one big goal is our package system, and this is for August, the workflow and the package. So I'm gonna scroll back up here, and I've already got you started with your package. This looks a little overwhelming when we do it like that for some reason. Hold on. Let me do this. So, yeah, I just want to separate this so it doesn't seem so overwhelming. There we go. So I've got you started with a Pinterest management. I recommend that you charge a setup fee if someone doesn't already have a Pinterest account set up. And that's one of the things that I have inside of Laptop Collective in the Pinterest tutorial. Just, you know, that power profile, all of the things to look for, how to use Pinterest SEO, what a good account looks like, right? What you should be pinning. I mean, it's really all based on what their objective is, which is typically, I mean, all people want more leads, traffic, and sales, right? And then the keywords. I mean, Pinterest is driven by keywords. It doesn't matter, you know, video pins, Pinterest stories, all of those things. None of that matters with the exception of you have to have an understanding of Pinterest SEO. And that's what will make you stand head and shoulder above the rest. So the one-time setup fee is $197 because it takes a bit to set somebody's account up. I would have a process for this. I would have a checklist of all the things that you need to do, which most of them come from right here, to do the setup. So if you're working with someone and they don't have a Pinterest account yet, it is a $197 setup fee and plus the $497 package. This is not one or the other. I'm not going to set it up and manage it for a month for $197. It's going to be, what, almost $600, okay? So one-time setup fee, and then the actual Pinterest package, which I like saying starting at, okay? Power profile, board audit, board description audit, recommendations for additional boards if needed, Pinterest SEO search for niche, identify 5 tailwind tribes, top 10 branded pins, so we know like what's driving traffic already, 3 Pinterest pin templates, So you'll be using 3 different templates to help create new pins. How many pins you're going to schedule up to, say 30 a day. Monitor group board performance. So a lot of people still have group boards around. Group boards obviously are making their way out, but some are still performing. So through Tailwind, you can check out what that performance is. Request 5 Tailwind tribes. Join include a monthly scheduling, a monthly analytic report, this is monthly manage. And the bonus here is just installing the Pinterest tag. So one of the things, and I cover this, why you would want the Pinterest tag, is that you want to start collecting audiences as soon as you can. I mean, if they're not doing promoted pins right now, that's fine. It's like having the Facebook pixel installed in your website. Like, everybody knows now that you should have the Facebook pixel installed on your website. So people should also think in terms of Pinterest, and a way to really put octane on a pin is to, we need to have this Pinterest tag installed, okay? I have here scheduler, so Tailwind setup. So you know that when you set Tailwind up, you can be an affiliate. They get a $15 coupon for new accounts. So if they've never set them, if they're not set up on Tailwind, they get a $15 coupon, and you get a $15 coupon, okay? So this package starts at $4.97. So the reason why, and this is in the future, but I want to go ahead and include this, promoted pins. So if you're ready to amp up your funnels with promoted pins, let me set up your promoted pin campaign. Research analysis recommendation, creating the strategy, keyword search, campaign setup, pin creation, full monitoring, recommendations, and you're responsible for the ad spent. That investment would be the additional $4.97. So when you get started and you have these clients, say 6 months plus in, you have your customer sitting right in front of you. You will just upsell them to promoted pin campaigns, because you're going to know what's going on with their business and that they would want to have promoted pins, right? So one of the things that I also talk about in the product system is a la carte pricing. So I want you to think about a la carte pricing as a buffet. And this is the only point that we want to have the buffet. I really like simplicity on the front end. So, you know, if you're a Pinterest manager, here's the deal. We got to set up the account. Here's the deal. It's really just 2 packages to start with. And then the other one is going to be an add-on if they want to start doing promoted pins. This makes things really simple. So if, for example, your person wants, and I know video pins are they are a big thing on Pinterest. So a la carte pricing could be the creation of video pins, and I put hashtags, so number, so you'd have to determine how many video pins that you wanted to create. But this would be an additional service. I want you to think of a la carte as the extras, as the bells and whistles, okay? And so one of those things that I thought up was a video pin. Another thing that I have thought about for an upsell, I'll call this the opt-in cure. And so basically, if you think about the power of Pinterest to just drive traffic, most people still use Pinterest to drive traffic to collect emails. If you're not tech savvy right now to do this, don't worry about this, but I do want to plant the seed. Whereas someone comes to a website, they have a landing page, and then they have an opt-in, and they have an email sequence. And so this is something that you could have the landing page, the thank you page, the subscribe page, the autoresponder, and you can specifically say, I'll do this for MailChimp, MailerLite, or ConvertKit. You test it. Basically, you're setting up the tech. If you're going to go for something like this, I would, number one, let's do this for ourselves first if you've never done anything like this. Because if you set this stuff up, I mean, you're kind of already, I mean, we're driving traffic up here with our service. So if they have one major opt-in and they need someone to set the tech up, this is a very easy investment starting at $197. Probably should be $297. Because if they don't know how to do all this, and if you had to do the landing page copy, thank you page, whatever this is, and the email sequences, 3 to 7 emails, This is some work, but I will tell you that we have, and let me just go ahead and give you this. Actually, it's brand new. We're putting it on the site. The Client Attraction Starter Kit. So from here, if you needed to, you have a template. If you needed to create something from scratch, you have landing page copy, and you also have the start of email sequence. I can't spell. The other thing is inside of Laptop Collective, I forgot about this, there is an email marketing tutorial, and I have a resource in there which is a free resource to create email sequences. So lots of things to support you here. I just wanted to, and I'm going to say 197 to 297, okay? Depending on how extensive. If this is just a text setup, 197. If you got to do everything, I would start at 297. But I think having that investment starting at or package starting at 197 is great. And I just wanted to show you what the power of an upsell. I mean, this is basically an upsell. I would limit upsells to 2, but the a la carte pricing sheet will help you to put together an upsell. And here's the thing. When you are just getting started, the only thing I want you to do is to focus right here. But what I'm trying to do is to share with you all of the resources that you have available. And once you put these things into place, this is the next step. This is the next step, okay? So really excited about your package. Now, as we put together our package, there are several resources for you to take advantage of. There is niche hacking. There is the dream customer. And the reason why we talk about both of those is that I want you to take a look at several packages that are out there, Pinterest packages, people that you look up to, and compare this right here. There's a whole strategy for niche hacking and creating your offer. In doing so, that's going to take care of your package. Then I want you to break down the steps to complete the work. That is your workflow. So that's why these really kind of go hand in hand. I would highly recommend that you look at the, let me write this down first, that niche hacking workshop first and go through the workbook. And then once you do that, you will create, these two kind of almost happen simultaneously. You'll create the package, and as you're creating the package, you'll think about the steps to create the workflow in order to complete the work. It's really important that we get this down first, okay? So now we've done that. This is a lot of work, a lot of research, but you're gonna feel amazing when you're finished. When you've got your package and your workflow, it's going to create a lot of clarity around our next few steps. So this is all really about your business systems, and it's about the customer management, and it's about discovery call management. So the next thing that I would love for you to do is you've got the Dream Customer Workbook and Workshop, and then we also have a customer journey with Brooke. She's so amazing. This was just a workshop. It is very impactful. I say just. A very impactful workshop, okay? So this is going to help us focus on our customer. And I want to get to our customer here in just a second, but I want to go through these things here first, okay? So one of the things that you say you don't have is a client intake form. Well, I've given you all of the copy, all the information. It's in the dashboard. You're just going to customize this per your package. That's why we do the package up here. Okay, so you already have that information. We're going to customize this form and we're going to get it on our website. Next, you have the discovery call sales script. Again, you do the package first, then you can customize this sales script. Okay, and by working through your dream customer and the customer journey, that's going to help you with the discovery call. All right. Next, I have two amazing workshops. I think that this is one of the best workshops I have ever seen with Cameron. It is literally a step-by-step setting up Dubsado. So Dubsado is the CRM that I recommend. You can get started and use the free version for the first 3 clients. Then after that, there is a 20% coupon code that you can use to save, okay? So you want to set this up. It not only serves your customer, but it also serves you. And Cameron literally gives you step-by-step, and I give you all of the tech tutorial for Dubsado to get you set up, okay? So the other thing that I recommend is that not only setting up this workflow, but also setting up the scheduler. As well, okay? And then I recommend that when we offer a discovery call workshop, that you take advantage of that. It's really important as we customize that we just don't sit there and say these words in our head. It's really important that we verbalize everything, because when we say it, we hear it, and when we speak it, it's a very different feeling than just going through the motions and just reading everything. It's important that when you get on a call that you feel confident and that you don't stumble and that you control the call from the beginning. That's why we always use that discovery call sales script. Going through a workshop is going to help with your confidence. And then the next step is that we recommend that you record your discovery call with Zoom calls and then go and watch the playback. Because it's taking control of the call, looking at your facial expressions, natural pauses, just reading them through several times is going to give you a whole lot of confidence. And when you hop on a call with someone, you're going to remember what you look like. You're going to remember where you paused. You're going to remember those facial expressions, because if you don't believe you, your potential customer is not going to believe you. If you let them take control, you've lost it. And you do not want to have them in a dominant position. Because this is your business. You need to control that call. And it will get better after practice, over and over and over again, at practice and time, okay? So the first 60 days is a lot of work, but we're setting a lot of foundational tools in place. Number one, now we have something to sell, and we have a way to complete that work. Really important. We have started doing research on our dream customer. I'm going to get to that in just a second. We've thought about that customer journey. We're no longer feeling scared about the selling mindset. We're doing mindset work definitely with the customer journey, as well as how to sell without feeling salesy. And now we've set up a system that supports us. So we hop on a call, we get the job, and now literally with a click of a button, that's what we call this. This is supposed to be called the 5-minute client onboarding. It literally can take 5 minutes and work for you. And if you keep this down to one package, boom, this is really, really, really easy, okay? So now September, October. I want to talk a little bit about your niche and who you are considering, and I want to make a recommendation. So 2 of the people that you are recommending here that you said that you want to work with are service-based businesses. Now, typically, service-based business, if they're focused on their business, they're not going to be doing a lot in terms of necessarily driving traffic to, maybe if they're trying to build an email list. But I want to adjust, I think, who is, and that's totally okay. There is the podcast episode talking about bloggers. But even if because you said that you wanted to work with bloggers, but even if you think about bloggers, you said bloggers who have launched. What have they launched? We really want to think about, and if you want to work with females, female business owners who have launched several times, and now they're starting to build out their teams. So it is a female who has either launched a course, maybe it's coach, and they have launched a coaching program, and or a female who has launched a membership. You'll hear me say a lot with your who and defining your niche and your dream customer. that person is at minimum making and generating $2,000 a month. I really like to see them at $5,000 a month, because you don't want to have to resell your services over and over again. I give you here, if you think about marketing strategies, so people who are in Teachable are launching courses. People who are in Kajabi private Facebook groups are launching courses. James Wedmore, he sells a $3,000 course and upwards of 10 to, I think it's what, $50,000, or maybe it's $25,000 mastermind. Same thing with Amy Porterfield, Marie Forleo. These courses are where women are investing in themselves, and a significant amount, and they are launching. I would also say Stu McLaren and Tribe. He is the go-to for all things membership. So I really want you to think about, our person that we're working with really is generating a minimum of $5,000 a month. You want them to be a female business owner and in this specific niche. I'm not so sure a service-based business is the niche that's going to get you where you want to go. It could potentially, if they're building out an agency, but I just don't see where service providers are really using Pinterest to drive traffic. They're looking for more immediate gratification, so they're going to be more on Instagram, or they're going to be on Facebook. Now, with that said, I understand the power of video, which is coming into its own on Pinterest. I also know Pinterest and promoting other platforms, for example, YouTube. So a pin, the URL direction could go straight to a YouTube video, which then populates inside the Pinterest platform. I love kind of cross promotion. I haven't, for myself personally, found a lot of success using Pinterest to promote like Facebook lives that I have done. But I'm just thinking on how people would market their business, how they're generating revenue in their business, whether it's one-on-one clients or if they're launching like a low-cost offer. I just don't think that they're going to start with Pinterest. So I just really want you to consider that and think about your niche, okay? We've got plenty of time to do that, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by, well, that's who I thought that I was going to serve. Your business is going to evolve 3 months, 6 months, 12 months from now, okay? But I want to give you as much encouragement and information now on the front end of things, okay? Before you get down a path and go, wait, what am I doing? When we get to October, it's all about the implementation phase. So we're doing daily marketing. I'm going to go through the daily marketing with you here in just a second. We need to know the number of discovery calls we need in order to get the number of clients that we want, okay, to reach our financial goal. We'll onboard them with a process that we've already created way back here in September, and then we'll do the workflow, which we did all the way back in August, to complete the work. So you can see really how this implementation, like doing 30 days just focusing on package, and I'm focusing on the workflow. The next, I'm focusing on my customer and setting up the systems to support my customer. Now October, it's time for me to fly and implement, okay? Let's talk a little bit about the marketing system. So for you and for Pinterest, you have an amazing opportunity. I give several options inside of the marketing system that really work very well for Pinterest. I would love for you to combine both creating a pin for a potential customer and video. I think it's going to be very, very powerful for you. We are going to have a marketing session, plus you can go back and look at other tutorials and other workshops that we've done for Marketing Magic. But literally, the summary of it is this. Say, for example, I'm the Pinterest manager and I want to work with you. So I'm going to go to, you're in my niche. I can surmise that you are generating consistent revenue, $5,000 plus a month. You're someone that I look up to and someone that I want to work with. So I'm going to go to your website, or I'm going to go to social, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to find your latest piece of content, and I'm going to get on your email list. And so what I want to do is I'm going to, and I show you exactly how to do this, create a pin on brand, whether it's with logo, colors, fonts, all of the things. And I'm going to send you 3 versions of that. And with that, I'm going to send you a video that says, hey, Madison, I really enjoyed your latest piece of content on, we'll just say, Jif peanut butter, because that's what I'm looking at right now, a peanut butter jar. I am sharing with you 3 pins because right now Pinterest really loves new, fresh content. I have created these pins on brand, and feel free to use these to promote this amazing article that you wrote on Jif peanut butter. And that's all you do. Then you do a follow-up, and so there will be an email sequence in there as well. Hey, I just wanted to follow up and see how you were using those pins and what you thought. And in the PS and even in your email signature, you can put a link in there to that client intake form. I want you to think it's non-negotiable that someone has to fill out that client intake form to work with me. Your time is valuable, and I don't want you to just pass out your scheduling link like Halloween candy. You'll hear me say that over and over and over again. If they don't take the time to fill out the form, they're not going to take the time to show up on the discovery call. Your time is valuable, and you're running a business. And 2, that client intake form will help your customer gain clarity around what it is they're looking for and what you can do to help them. And you further reinforce that with that discovery call sales script, okay? The other thing, and I show you this in the Laptop Collective, the Pinterest tutorial, where I show you how to show them, hey, I noticed, Madison, that you don't have the pin tag installed on your website. I would highly recommend that you do that because promoted pins are a great way to diversify your ad revenue. Here's a quick tutorial on how to install it. I'll follow up to see if you have any questions. I mean, you are all over it. You have given them 3 pins. You have followed up. You're using video. Now you're talking about a pin tag helper. What the heck am I doing? I've got to install this thing, and you're telling me how to do it. It literally is a wonderful way to target the person and show your expertise. Okay? So we can create a marketing system once we know our niche, once we zero in on our customer. So that's why I said at the beginning of this particular mini map, or your mini map, is that showing up everywhere on social doesn't necessarily get you the clients. Focusing in on the process of attracting your dream customer, and this process for you is amazing and it works. I mean, several of my Pinterest managers inside this community use this. I know Sammy has posted in here that she's like, hey guys, this thing works. Do what Rhonda says, right? It's just an opportunity for you to showcase yourself. And even, Madison, I'm going to encourage you, if you see a request for a Pinterest manager, if you're going into Facebook communities and that's where you're going for clients, to post a pin that you have created for them, brand colors, font, SEO research for their niche, all of the things. That is a billboard that will get you noticed all the way around. You don't have to do that too many times in order for that just to help you book up your discovery calls. You're going to get better at your discovery calls. You're going to know what your closing rate is, and you will book out your time. I mean, seriously. I want you to feel free. I know I've given you a lot of information and you are new to setting up your business. I want you to call me on it and ask me questions inside of the community. I don't want you to feel like this is kind of a one and done and you don't have access to me anymore, or you can't ask specific questions, things come up, because I know that I've shared a lot of content in here with you, a lot of things to cover. But I hope that you can see really spelling out and focusing, literally just focusing on just a couple of things each month. We're taking care of that marketing myself. We just took care of creating content for socials, my blog, when it is set up. So this is something that's like hanging over you right now and it's weighing you down. It's on your list and like, when are you going to get to it is what you're thinking, right? And then obviously for you right now, marketing yourself is high on your list because we put that in there twice. Yes, we want to market ourselves. However, we need to start with the foundation, which I've given you here, literally step by step by step. And then 2, by completing the tasks here, we have overcome our obstacles. And certainly, you know, looking at revenue and marketing and operations, the client onboarding system, everything that you need is right here at your fingertips. The client management system, everything that you need, how to create a workflow and a process in order to complete the work. All of these no's are going to flip to yeses. And we are intentional with our time. And when we have the time, now we focus and say, Rhonda says all I need to do is the niche hacking workshop. That's all I'm doing today. So I'm scheduling that. And I'm going to sit with that and I'm going to think about it. We're not rushing and creating a business that is on the foundation of toothpicks and can crumble. Okay? Really, really, really important. All right? Thanks for spending some time with us today. Click the link. It's the first link. We make it super simple for any of the tools and resources that we talked about in today's video, helping you make it easy for your freedom to impact.